With the release of the new DJI Avata 360, there's been a number of questions around the compatibility with the ham file FCC hack. Now, I did cover this in my original review of the Avata 360. However, I felt it was time for an updated video talking about the situation with FCC hacks on DJI's FPV products. Now, just to be crystal clear, in this video, we are concentrating on DJI's FPV related products. That is things like the new DJI Avata 360, the Avata 2, the Neo 2, DJI O3 and DJI O4. We're going to be talking about these when using them with DJI's FPV goggles, but we'll also discuss a little bit about what the situation is when using them with the likes of the DJI RC2 if they are compatible. I also have a separate dedicated video talking about the DJI RC2 because the FCC hacks for that type of remote controller with both FPV and consumer drones is different. Now, I hope the info you get in this video is useful. If it is, please do consider supporting the channel by checking out the links to my Patreon as well as buy me a coffee down below. It is only through the support of my patrons I'm able to keep doing this, and if you'd like to support us, please do check it out. The links will be down below in the description. Anyway, let's get on with it and let's explain exactly what is going on with the different FCC hacks first. The first thing to understand about all of DJI's FPV related products is that they are all compatible with the free ham file. The ham file allows you to get FCC mode for free on these products. However, there are a few things that you need to be aware of. That ham file works with the Avata 1, the Avata 2, the Avata 360, which is just launched, the DJI Neo, the brand new Neo 2, as well as the standalone O3 and O4 and O4 Pro ear units, but it only works when using those products with either the DJI FPV Goggles 2, Goggles Integra, Goggles 3, or Goggles N3. Just one note to that is the DJI FPV Remote version 3. Whilst that is a remote controller, it is designed to be used with the FPV goggles, and as a result of that, the ham file does work when using the FPV remote because you're using it with the goggles. The basics are, if you're using any of the FPV products with goggles, you can use the ham file for free to get FCC mode. However, if you're able to use the drone with a standard remote, you're going to have to use a paid FCC mod. Now, before I move on, I should just mention the older DJI FPV goggles and ear units such as the FPV ear unit, Caddx Vista Runcam Link, and even O3. Today's video is concentrating specifically on DJI Goggles 2, Goggles Integra, Goggles 3 and Goggles N3 because the FCC mod is specific for those goggles. There is older FCC mods for the DJI FPV goggles version 1, version 2 when used with the ear units and even the DJI O3 ear unit. In fact, O3 with these goggles can actually use the ham file, which we're going to talk about today, but the older ear units use NACO. I'm not going to cover that in today's video. I have separate videos on that already, and I will link to an older video on the FCC mods in the description. Today we are talking about DJI's O3 and O4 based FPV products, which is their consumer drones such as the Avata 2, the new Avata 360, the Neo series, as well as DJI O3 and O4. I've also put together this quick chart which I will upload to FPV Wiki as well, which shows you the current situation at the point of me recording. Along the top you have the controller type, so when you're using it with goggles that becomes the main controller, or when you're using it with remotes such as the RCN2, N3 or RC2, that is shown there. And then down the side you have the drone models, and we explain whether it's FCC ham file, whether it's NACO for the older ear units, or if it's a paid FCC mod from the likes of Drone Tweaks. So we're going to start with FPV goggles and use the ham file. As I showed on the chart, this is compatible with all of DJI's consumer FPV products using FPV goggles, including the brand new DJI Avata 360. Before starting, it's worth checking which mode your system is in. On drones such as the DJI Avata 360, the Avata 2 and the Neo series, when you're in CE mode, you do not have the option to be able to select manual channels. When you go into the menu and transmission settings, you will see that the channel mode option is greyed out. This is telling you that you are in CE mode. On DJI O4, things are a little bit different. You do get the option to select manual channel mode, but there are some tells that you are in CE mode. For instance, when in auto channel mode, the maximum RF power is 100 milliwatts. This is because you have up to 100 milliwatts available in 5.2 gigahertz mode. You do have the option to select manual channels when in CE mode. However, if you go back into the power settings, when you select the 5.8 gigs band, you will see that you only have 25 milliwatts. You are also limited to one channel available in 60 and 40 megahertz bandwidth modes and 3 channels available in 10 and 20 megahertz bandwidth modes. Unlike DJI's consumer drones, the O4 system does give you the manual channel option, but you do have limited channels and limited RF power available. Like with O4, DJI O3 does allow you to go into manual channel mode. However, you are restricted to one channel in 40 megahertz mode and 3 channels in 20 and 10 megahertz modes. There is no manual power option that you can check in O3. You simply have to check the channels that you have available. And again, if you only have 1 in 40 and 3 in 20 or 10 megahertz, you're in CE mode. So for CE users, the next thing to do is to perform the ham file mod. The ham file is a 0 bytes text file called ham_cfg_support. The file itself does not contain any information inside, and it is simply a 0 bytes file that forces the system into FCC mode for CE users. You can either download this file online, or alternatively, you can create this file yourself with a program such as Notepad++. To do this, create a new blank file, click File, Save As, and save it as ham_cfg_support, specifically selecting the All File Types option from the File Types window below, and then clicking Save. Once you've saved the file, it should look like this file you see here on the screen, being a no file types file with a 0 byte size. If you create the file incorrectly as a text document, you will see it appear like shown on the screen here on the right hand side. This file on the right has little lines on it indicating that this is a text document. This will not work. It needs to look like the file on the left, which has a blank file type being 0 bytes in size. Once you have the file, you then need to place it in the root directory of your SD card and place that SD card into your DJI goggles. Just to be clear, this goes into your goggles and not your aircraft. You do not need to put the ham file on the aircraft. The goggles are the main controller for the aircraft when using them, and this is what dictates what mode it's in. Next, you then need to power everything on. Now, when you do this, you will probably hear a few extra beeps from the goggles as they power on. Once everything is then powered up and connected, you can check to confirm that it's been done. On the DJI's drone series, such as the Avata and Neo, you will now find that the channel mode is available. You can change it from auto to manual. You will have the option to select the frequency as well as the bandwidth, and you will see that you have up to 3 channels available in 60 or 40 megahertz mode, depending on what mode your drone supports, and 7 channels available in 10 and 20 megahertz mode. On 04 and 04 Pro, you will now find that you have up to the maximum 1200 milliwatts RF power option available, regardless of what channel mode you're in. And under the channel mode, you will then have the option of up to 3 channels in 40 and 60 megahertz mode, and up to 7 channels in 10 and 20 megahertz mode. This is telling us that we are now in the ham FCC mode. And on 03, just like 04, whilst you don't have the power options, you should now have up to 3 channels available in 40 megahertz mode and 7 channels available in 10 and 20 megahertz mode, again telling us that we're in the ham FCC mode. Now, this ham file mod is persistent. It remains in place when you reboot the aircraft, and you don't even need to leave the ham file on the SD card. It will remain in this mode as long as you use the aircraft, and the only time it will reset is when either you update the firmware or you perform a full reset of your system via the menu in the DJI goggles. If you want to reset back to CE mode after performing the ham file mod, the simplest way to do this is simply power everything up and reset your system from the menu in the goggles, and that will then put it back into the default mode. Now, when it comes to using DJI's FPV drones with this, the DJI RC2, as I've said earlier in the video, you cannot use the ham file. However, there are FCC hack options available. There is a new FCC mod available for the DJI RC2 from Drone Tweaks that allows you to directly install a modified DJI Fly app on the device, giving you FCC functionality when using it with this remote. And this also works with some of DJI's consumer drones, like the ones you see here. You've got the Neo, you've got the new Lito, as well as the Mini series. There is also the hacked FCC app available if you're using the DJI RC N2 or N3 as well. The very basics are, if you're using your own phone or tablet, you install the hacked app on that, and then we now have this new hack available for the RC2 that allows you to install it directly. This is much better than it was before, where you had to go through this faff using the quick sync functionality, and that is now available, and I have a separate video talking about that. I will link to that down below in the description. I'm not going to talk about it here today in this one, but just know that you do now have options with the likes of the Avata 360, regardless of the controller you're doing. The ham file is free when using FPV goggles. Drone hacks you've got to pay for when using the likes of the DJI RC2. So to summarise, DJI's FPV products all support the free ham file hack when using goggles. That's the brand new Avata 360, Avata 2, Avata 1, Neo, Neo 2 and DJI's 03 and 04 series. As long as you're using them with goggles, whether that be the goggles N3, Goggles 3, Goggles 2 or Integra, if they're compatible, they all support the ham file. It works with all firmware versions. There is no blocking on this. DJI do update the firmware on these products, but all of these hacks still work. I have no vision of that ever changing. One of the questions I often get is, do the hacks still work when new firmware comes out? DJI have released new firmware for so many products since these hacks have been available, and it has never been closed. It isn't something I would even consider would happen. I do check it every time there's an update, but I certainly wouldn't recommend you sit here and worry about it. The reality is, this isn't something DJI have any interest in changing. As I've also showed in this video, if you're interested in FCC hacks for the RC2, I have a separate video on that, and that will be linked down below. Unfortunately, those ones are paid. So with the Avata 360 as an example, if you're flying it with the goggles, your FCC hack is free. If you're flying it with the RC2, unfortunately, you're going to have to pay for that FCC hack. However, we do now have FCC hacks available for all the controller types, and that new one for the RC2, which just makes life so much easier. Now, I hope you have found this video useful. If you have, again, as I said at the start of this video, please consider checking out the links to my Patreon as well as buy me a coffee. It really is only through the support of my patrons I'm able to keep making content on this channel. If you'd like to support us to allow us to keep making videos like this, please do check it out. And further to that, I just want to say a huge, massive, genuine thank you to every single patron who supports this channel. We would not be able to keep doing this without your support. Anyway, that's it from me. Any comments, any questions, put them down below and I will try and answer them. Stay safe, and I will speak to you soon.